Well, hey, it's Lynn Brown. Welcome to the Gritty Women Global Podcast, episode 111. There are about 99-ish days left in 2021, so I've got a question for you. But before I get started, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm a results coach. Now, honestly, if you'd asked me that in 2014, I probably would have laughed. If you had said, "Are you a results coach?" I would have laughed. Because I spent the first half of my life trapped in comparison. I mean, I was literally bound by the opinions of others. Well, I believed I was. But then one day, and I'll never forget it, I drew a line in the sand. I had had enough. I mean, I was sick and tired of the results I was getting in my life. And I bet on me for the first time ever that day. Now, I'm not going to tell you that everything has been perfect. But I have made continual progress. Yes, continual progress. Perfect is way overrated anyway in my book. However, progress is really just consistency in action. So I have continued to be consistent. Now, a lot of those times were failing forward to success, but I still put that in the consistency column because I'm moving forward. It's been a game changer. So now, here we are. 99 days left in this year. And can y'all remember how excited we were about this time last year? We were so ready to see 2020 go. I can remember one time an elderly wise man told me, he said, you got to be careful what you wish for because you never know what's coming. And I kind of feel like that about this year in some ways. Now, I've had a great year. Honestly, I have. But there's been a lot of loss this year and in a lot of people's lives. So 2021 has not been all kicks and giggles. Let's be clear. I mean, just like many of you, I faced some pretty big obstacles. I've had to make some big tough decisions. I've lost several big contracts. I had some life show up, but despite all that, I have grown more this year than ever before. And yes, I've been on this personal growth journey for 7 years, but this year, 2021 stands out as, I think, the one that will go down in history, at least for a year or two, as being the year that I learned the most. So I have a question for you. What about you? When the next 99-ish whatever days are over, what are you going to be willing to take responsibility for? Now, that's a short little question that seems easy to answer, but you might want to just think into it for a little minute. You might want to write down and just kind of ponder that. What are you willing to take responsibility for at the end of this year? Where do you want to be? Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, and I'm not proud of this at all, so just listen close. But for me, up until now, up until really, I'm not even going to say last year, because last year I kind of drifted through the finish. But around this time of year, I would start buying candy corn and peanuts, the vegetable and the protein mix that's like very addictive. But I'd make batches of that. We called it crack. I would make batches of that. And then when the pumpkins arrived, my mindset and my goals and my focus left. They just left the building. It was almost like it was an excuse for me to let go. And that included spending habits. It included eating habits and work habits, and any kind of positive habit that I had created just kind of went out the window. I pretty much just drifted in holiday mode. And I don't know if any of you are like me and you've heard this, and maybe you've even said it before. I know I've said these things before, but have you ever approached somebody about something or needed to meet with somebody about something, a deadline or whatever, and they're like, well, Thanksgiving's coming, Christmas is coming, and you're thinking Thanksgiving is one day. And Christmas really is 2 days. But yes, I know we have to shop and all that stuff. But seriously, a lot of people, I'll speak for myself. In the past, I've started in October just shifting in my mind that the year was over. And it is far from over. So I want you to think about the end of this year. And when it rolls around, where do you want to be? Because really what we do between now and then, this next 90-ish days, what we do between now and then is going to greatly impact what happens in this new 2022 year. And I'm looking at it, to be the best ever for all of us. So what we've done is we've created this Gritty Women Wellness Challenge. And I think there are two pieces to this. I think the mindset, our minds have to be well and our bodies have to be well. And I think you'd agree with me that there's never been a more important time than now across this globe for us to be healthy. It's a conversation nobody wants to have. Nobody wants to really talk about, especially this time of year when candy corn's everywhere and caramel apples and caramel popcorn and yeah, it's everywhere. But if we ignore, what we think about and creating the best positive mindset we can, and if we ignore our health, they both will go away. Trust me on this one. So the purpose of this 90-day challenge is for us to just create a space for focus. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to enjoy, pumpkin spice, and bonfires and apple cider, and we're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas. Don't think I'm blowing all that off. Because if you have people in your life that want you to do that, and it is not in alignment with who you are, you might want to get a new circle. But that'll be for another day. And trust me, I've been in some pretty negative circles before that made me feel guilty for those types of things. And celebrating with family and celebrating special holidays and Christmas and Easter, all those things, those are in perfect alignment with my values. But we can have both. So we can create this focus, we can create accountability and results. And then in turn, we're going to be setting ourselves up for the best year ever. How about that? What if we don't just drift into these next 90 days, don't pack on another 10 pounds? Trust me, I could. I could pack on 10 pounds. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I just now worked out this morning, drinking my water, everything, and just went into the kitchen, and I had made some cookies yesterday for my sweet little grandbaby. And I just ate 2 of them, just like they were crunchy little carrots. So I'm a work in progress too. But I want you to really think about where you want to focus these next 90 days. You are free to totally pick whatever area you want to. Now, we're not going to pick 5 areas. We're going to pick just like one that you really want to lean into. It can be, in the area of finances or relationships, or maybe considering moving into a new career, or writing the book, starting a podcast. Maybe you want to, really lean into your health. I would definitely recommend that. But maybe in the area of wellness, or, really working on your mindset and creating some new positive, mindsets and practices that you can do to increase there. Whatever your thing is, I want you to really lean into that and let that be your focus. So here's the deal. We're going to launch this October 1st. We're going to have a group accountability coaching call every week. It'll be 55 minutes. And if you've never been a part of a group of people that sharpen you, that make you better, I really want to encourage you to do it. We're going to be sharing results, wins and learns, and there's no judgment. We're all in this thing together. But accountability is a game changer. And I can tell you that it is, because I have it in my life now. And for the first half of my life, I didn't. And I flew by the seat of my pants. And I'm just telling you, I didn't get very far. So let's be honest here. We're all faced with obstacles. This past year, we could all talk about maybe health in our family or somebody else's. Maybe loss. That could have been a job loss. It could have been a relocation. It could have been just experiencing change. Maybe you became a school teacher for your child. I don't know. I don't know what your thing was. But here it is. This is like the wake up call for October, November, December. It's the get back on track. It's the let's finish this year stronger than ever. And y'all, trust me, I honestly spent the first half of my life this time of year blowing it all off. So that's why I'm doing this. I've never created a challenge this time of year before. So I thought, you know what? You always see that little quote that says, when's the last time you did something for the first time? Well, here it is. I'm here. I'm doing this for the first time. So, and I'm looking for people who want to run with me here. So you can go to grittyglobal.com. Go to www.grittyglobal.com and you can see some of the details there. And I would love for you to join us. Y'all, I'm practically giving this away. Honestly, I've already I started out at one price and I just decided, you know what, I'm not doing that, because some of these, gritty women have never even entered into this type of work before. So I'm just keeping the cookies on the lower shelf. And so it's going to be $99 for this whole entire challenge from October through December. $99. That's less than, it's like $1 a day. You're worth $1 a day. We spend that much going, to our favorite coffee place, our favorite chicken place, and the dollar aisle at Target. So, I mean, seriously, $1 a day. You are worth far much more than that. But it's going to be on Monday nights at 8 Eastern. It's going to be 55 minutes. It's going to be action-packed. We're going to stay on focused and stay just targeted on the results that we want for the end of this year. So I want you to go to grittyglobal.com, and I want you to really lean into the idea of joining us for this gritty mindset and wellness challenge for these last 90 days. You will be so glad you did. In January, you're going to be so glad you did, because you're not going to have those additional pounds or the additional, huge balance on your credit cards, or you're not going to have, going into it surrounded by negative people, because you're going to be working on these things between now and then. But we're going to have lots of fun too, so don't worry. I like to have fun, and I like to work with happy people. So, get your best happy face on. But when was the last time you bet on you? Seriously. When's the last time you did something for yourself? I know you do things for other people all the time. You live to serve. You're serving in your families, your communities, wherever you work. Whatever you do, you're doing those things. But what about you? Your self-care is important. Right now we're hearing so much about that in the workplace. People are burned out. Some are fearful. Some are overcoming, illness, whatever, or loss. And so there's never been a better time for us to join together and surround ourselves with a group of people who want to become better. Because when we become better, our homes, our communities, our states, our nation, and our world becomes better. So I want you to be willing here to bet on you. Go to grittyglobal.com, check it out, and you can message me on whatever, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or send me an email, Lynn, Lynne, @lynnbrown.net, and I'll answer any questions that you might have. I look forward to this together. Remember, it's only $99. Seriously, that's, you're worth $1 a day. Trust me, you're worth a lot more than that. Okay, well, that's all I have for today. So go check it out at grittyglobal.com, and I look forward to seeing y'all soon. Bye.